name is Kristen Griffiths, and for my individual project, I chose the Robb Elementary School shooting. So, what happened? On May 24th, 2022, Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, suffered from a mass shooting that resulted in 21 dead and 17 injured because of delayed police response. Although 400 officers responded to the shooting, they did not immediately confront and control the teenage shooter. Instead, law enforcement waited more than an hour to respond while waiting for a border control tactical team to arrive. These actions taken by law enforcement contradict the nationwide active shooter protocol to respond to a situation as soon as possible to stop the shooter to minimize the number of casualties. Additionally, investigations and body cam footage from the case indicate several missed opportunities to stop the gunman because of poor communication and leadership. Additionally, interviews with law enforcement revealed that another reason for delayed action was due to the gunman's AR-15 style rifle, which overpowers the average police handgun. In under 3 minutes, over 100 rounds were shot in the school, which murdered 18 victims before officers stepped in the school. Medical response to the shooting was also delayed due to poor communication, which further contributed to the number of high casualties that could have initially been controlled. So what was the result of these poor ethics? Due to the inadequate police response to the crime scene, Police Chief Paul Arando was fired by the Uvalde School Board and the police department was suspended. Furthermore, many families grieved due to the loss of loved ones and urged lawmakers to enforce stricter gun laws to prevent similar incidents from happening again. Adoptions of these requests to push the age of being able to purchase an AR-15 style weapon from 18 to 21 is unfortunately unlikely to pass under a House bill. Instead, many have chosen to focus more on mental health and school safety procedures. State leaders decided to dedicate millions of dollars in school funds to boost such mental health and safety procedures by implementing silent alert technology in schools and bullet-resistant shields for school police officers. One of the major ethical problems that law enforcement demonstrated was placing their own safety before the safety and lives of the teachers and students in the elementary school. Waiting more than an hour to intervene in the shooting cost the lives of many students that could have been easily avoided if the police tried to pursue the shooter sooner. Police officers are meant to serve the public in many means possible, including putting others' lives first in deadly situations to ensure public safety. In the case of Robb Elementary School shooting, officers failed to fulfill this ethical duty, and these actions cost many lives that could have been initially saved. In addition, despite having a large amount of law enforcement present at the scene, lack of communication and leadership also contributed to poor response time to seizing the shooter. In active shooting situations, law enforcement needs to be quick and concise when responding because many lives are on the line. Lack of communication to respond to the shooting also contributed to slow response time despite the large amount of law enforcement on the scene. The officers responding to the Robb Elementary School shooting were insufficient in quickly seizing the shooter because they put their own lives before the safety of the students and the teachers. So, what could have been done differently? Many deaths and injuries of victims could have been avoided if the law enforcement team established a better system of leadership and communication to respond to the scene quickly. A quicker response to an active shooting, which is a requirement of the law enforcement, limits the number of casualties in the scene. In the case that another active shooting were to occur, officers from the specific force that responded to the Robb Elementary School shooting should establish an adequate leadership position that could allow for more efficient communication. Training to properly respond to active shooting should also be established to ensure more efficient reactions to future active shooting scenarios. And then here are my citations. Thank you very much.